You may know me through fictional characters in made-up worlds, but the role of my lifetime has been discovering how to simply be me, Melinda. I've spent a lot of time alone in hotel rooms across the world while filming, and have learned how to ground, reset, and create rituals of peace wherever I go. From skincare and soul care, to mindfulness and movement, to nourishing my body with food I prepare with intention. Navigating relationships, staying healthy in my body, safe in my mind, and deeply connected to my source. That's where I have found my power. It fuels everything. The way I design my lifestyle, the way I show up to set, and the way I tell stories that matter. This channel is my invitation to you to step behind the scenes of this beautiful balance between luxury, creativity, and soulful living for women, artists, and dreamers who want a healthy, aligned, and inspired life. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the art of you. I definitely don't have it all figured out, but I'm inviting you along the journey to discover it with me. My hope is that this is a space where we can get together and merge life lessons, as I'm sure you guys have a ton of tips that I too could swap and benefit from.
I have something on all of you. I have names, I have details, and if you guys don't take me back with you right fucking now, I swear to God, I will tell your big bad secrets to anyone who will listen!
I don't exactly have time to beat you at video games. I have a wedding to get to.
Our dads aren't coming, is?
Yeah. I guess we always knew there was a chance they wouldn't come.
Right. What do you want to do?
Well, if they need more time, they can have it. Because we're getting married today. And we'll be married for a very long time. Are you ready?
Oh, you bet I am.
Keep that ember burning bright. The sun will rise on the darkest night, and every wrong will be alright. It's all gonna be alright. So hold on.
Part of the Degrassi cast.
Stylish and romantic.
It is.
She's always been fashion smart
Whoa.
and book smart.
Net force equals mass times acceleration.
The entire cast of Degrassi was honored at the event, including Melinda Shankar, who was raised right here in the capital. Melinda joins us now to tell us more about this experience, and congratulations on the honor.
Thank you so much. Watching that clip was just like a flashback of my entire awkward puberty era, so thank you guys for that.
You're more than welcome. We wouldn't have it any other way for you. What does it mean to you to receive this honor?
It means so much. I remember being 16 years old in Ottawa, just racing home from school, watching the show and seeing such a diverse cast of different ages, races, genders, everything, and just wishing that I could fill the chocolate quota and the Guyanese quota on there. And I never knew how it was going to happen. And one day I got this audition, and through God's grace, I did an audition and then a callback, and I ended up on it. So it seems like a win for myself, but it also seems like a win for Ottawa and just for Canadians in general. And as a teen, I just remember feeling so seen and heard, and I think that's why the show is so successful. We each act as avatars for these situations that are real life, and so I do feel really proud.
Yeah, it's such an iconic show, and you've made Ottawa so proud with your presence there. Tell us a little bit more about your time, your upbringing in the capital, and how it shaped you for the life you're living today, because I understand you've also launched your own business a few years ago.
Yeah, so it still has not prepared me for the winters that come, but I started off when I was 3 years old in competitive dance and ballet, and also in competitive martial arts. and it influences the types of roles that I do today. My workout is very confusing if you were to see it in a gym, but I call it the girly ninja. And so today I'm still acting. I was just in an intensive masterclass last night until 11 p.m. So the work is never done. I continue to self-evolve. And I do have a company called the Misconception Society, which I've founded almost 10 years ago now. And it's based off of just the wellness for the arts. So things that I wish I was taught growing up in showbiz, like mental health, mindful eating, how to wind down through meditation. And so I get the chance to work with a lot of youth, a lot of working actors, a lot of adults. And honestly, it's something I continue to use myself every single day, because it's one thing to get into the limelight and the spotlight, but for me, I'm in it for the long haul, for longevity, but also for mind, body, soul wellness. And I think there was a lot, if I could give my 16-year-old self some advice, that I would. And so I tend to, now I'm rippling that message out, and that feels to be the most meaningful work. But of course, without the experience on set, I wouldn't know what I needed to know. So
wonderful.
Yeah, here we are.
You attended the Canada Walk of Fame last weekend. Tell us what was going through your mind as you walked that carpet.
I just couldn't believe that I was there with my cast members that I have spent so much of my life with. And it has been, some of them I still am in contact with all the time, and some of them I haven't seen in a while. But it's beautiful to see when you've shared such unique experiences like the Walk of Fame, Emmy Awards, carpets, all of these things that you get together and it's like no time has passed. But also I do feel really lucky that they're such sweet, kind people that you just pick up where you left off and you talk about like, hey, how you doing? You okay? How's life? How are your parents?
Right.
His brother? So it was beautiful to experience that with them, because we have invested so much of our life, our youth, our energy, our time into the show. And it felt like the most incredible end to that chapter. I started when I was 16 and now I'm 31. And we've just been inducted, and now I've just heard that they are launching a Degrassi documentary. And so the franchise keeps going and continues to bless me in every way. And I still find it surreal that I've had anything to do with it, like 215 plus episodes. It just still doesn't feel real.
Degrassi's legendary, and you're legendary in your own right, now being inducted in the Canada Walk of Fame. Thank you so much for joining us, Melinda. You've made Ottawa proud. I've met some of your relatives, including your sister, and they're so proud of you. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
I've been so blessed to have spent most of my life in the public eye, continuing my connection in community with you guys. But I did want to share some of my real energy like I do with my friends and family. For example,
it's like a free concert on a Friday night. I'm the luckiest. It's like a hired
karaoke.
Oh yeah, louder for the back. Okay.
My honey, I won't let go, I swear. Come back to me, my lover, I won't let go. We can go down, I promise, down to the sea, my love. We can go down, I promise, down to the sea. Oh, can't you see? Oh, Barry's such a bad boy.
I hope you know by this time tomorrow I won't be so alone.
Okay, come on, get it, baby.
I'll be
In your arms. Come back to me, my honey, I won't let go, I swear.
You can do and you can do the G chord and the C chord. You have all the tools, you gotta practice is what you have to do. So don't even come at me.
I have been practicing. I put it on the projector.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh. What? Come here.
He wants special stuff on his food.
Speak English to me.
It's rubber. Before anyone says anything, it's rubber. Rubber. Don't ruin my moment. The Matrix.
How are you doing today?
Very good. How are you guys?
Good. Right. That was 2015 then. What?
I don't know, just the way you said that.
The old 2015
was
in New York
2015,
era.
man. I feel like it should have faded into like a montage or something when you said that.
In 2015.
Back in 2015. Sometimes I think back.
How are we alive?
Literally. Or
Thank
just
you, God.
just in Switzerland that night when I was trying to climb that building. Remember that building when we got locked out?
Yeah.
And I'm like on the 3rd floor and I'm like, I think I'm gonna die if I have to jump to go from this to the next. How do we get back in?
You're like, we have to get to Berlin.
We have to go now. What did we do? I was trying to think about this. We went Paris, then Amsterdam, then Switzerland, then Germany?
Germany, then Switzerland.
Germany and Switzerland. And then I left.
I went to London.
Just you? No.
And Lyle.
And
then he left and I stayed because I hung out with my family.
Wow. So you were there you did 2 months. Because we did 2 weeks together.
I spent a lot of my life in London.
Wow.
I got my visa for there. Thank you. Oh, gentlemen?
I try.
I'll take this.
Okay.
Only because I can only walk. So for on the stage, this is good practice. This is my tempo. Oh shit. You see that?
I find I'm shooting this content as a way for me to digest busyness. Oh, that's happening. Today was a whirlwind. Last night was a whirlwind. So let's catch up because my food is going to take 30 to 40 minutes to get ordered up here. It's a lot to balance when you wear a lot of hats, but they're under the same umbrella. So cheers to me. To yourself. You're doing a great job and I'm proud of you. There was once a time that you would do this and come and crack a glass of wine as your grounding routine. But now you have Beta Blaster. Carrots, apples, lemon, ginger, and beet. And you're in bed at 6:30. I'm not permanently officially in bed. Just resting and grounding and being mindful and thinking about the next day. So that's growth. And you're being healthy and you're being responsible and you're being safe and you're prepared and you're professional and you deserve everything happening to you. I'm really proud of yourself. Let's continue on this path. I like it for us.
It's a super quick flight from Toronto to Ottawa, went right to a fitting, and then was greeted by some beautiful rain, which I honestly think is just chill and cleansing, so I didn't mind that, and then finally got settled into the room.
I didn't bring my most wintry boots because I thought they'd be too wintry, and of course, it's snowing. Surely, yes. Other sizes. Oh, just 2. Okay, great. I never like being barefoot in a hotel. There's literally a person just like standing out. Terrifying. But where are the ropes? First course of action. Some weird person literally just staring. This is the second part of the tower. There's that guy. Oh my god. Ooh, boyfriend's calling. We are this hungry and tired. Also, I have a complaint. This is a formal complaint to the Fairmont chain. We know you guys can afford it. Can you please put at least disposable cutlery in the room? Sterling silver, okay, maybe stainless steel, fine. In the rooms should be mandatory. No? I remember this whole, I'm only extra angry because my trauma is triggered from a couple weeks ago when my best friend stayed at, she stayed at the one in Toronto and I went to go visit her, and our nice amuse-bouches were like botched by us trying to use these stir sticks. And then when we tried to get cutlery up by calling, it was like 45 minutes later. So the next day we just went down and got cutlery and brought it up. But like, what? I know there's no kitchen and that's just more for housekeeping and all the things, but like, come on. This is, I can't do this. Pro tip, pack a juice and an avocado if you're at least buying domestic, and you can do that. But I'm starving and I'm tired and I need to get the show on the road. I was just talking to my boyfriend in London. He was all wanting to be all cozy on the phone, and I was like, I need to go. And he's like, order on the phone and have me there. And I was like, no. And he's like, you can't order with me on FaceTime? And I was like, no. But somehow I can make a vlog. I think I just needed a minute with this, and I just felt really weird eating it like this. And also I just needed a minute. Yes, I have a tree nut allergy. And is there by chance a gluten-free bun option? I will do that, please. Well, do you know what it is? Okay. Thank you. And then ketchup and cutlery, please. No, thank you. And I'll also have mustard if possible. Thank you. Bye. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, and so I really wanted to take this time before I even unpacked. All I did was change into some non-airplane clothes after a fitting of changing like 10,000 zillion times, and then just tuck in. I like to just look at the room. You know, you just come in, it's just a whole brand new space. I already got a bit of avocado on the sheet, so I already feel a little bit more like it's my space, you know, like I've made a mess here. So please excuse the weird angle, my weird energy. Not even my weird energy, my authentic energy. Yesterday, which was like 5 days ago, what did I even do? It was like a whirlwind. I took my dog on a big hike. We love nature, so we went on a very big long hike. We prayed and meditated and played and spent time together, exercised. And I took, I have to send Daniel notes. I have work to do. Okay, I'm gonna digest this first. Eat. Do that work. Memorize my lines. And then go to bed. My call time's at 5 a.m. So I'm trying to just conserve my energy. I'm happy, I'm good. I'm just conserving it. I find the day before filming, I'm always a little more introverted. Because I know tomorrow it's a lot of handshakes, a lot of meeting people, a lot more extroverted energy. So we're keeping it in. I had a really great call with this it's a company of therapists to try to bring them on board with misconception, to act as the mental health resource to my roster of talent in my academy, to implement like a short-term, medium-term, and long-term goal of like immediate support for individuals, medium being like how to create and build a program of mental health and mindfulness regarding like phones and social media and branding and all the things that everyone has access to into schools, and then holistically, systemically into our union for working actors, especially youth. I would love for there to be a world where every production has an allotted budget for therapy. Even if it's just a good, how did it go, let's digest it. or even right before, let's talk about going into it. So this is why even right now I take this time for myself. I felt bad just now having to like rush off the phone with my boyfriend and just be not cranky, but I was just like, I have no energy to give right now. I have to reserve it all. I was just traveling and then went right to a fitting and then was dealing with, yesterday I had conversations with like the director and with the hair department and with the makeup department and with the wardrobe department, and then I took that meeting with the therapy group, and then I took a call with Dalmar. He's so sweet, who needed makeup support, and then he ended up sending me, hopefully he doesn't mind, to tell him to switch to my new number. Is it focusing? So he was shooting today, and there was a moment where they didn't know if they were gonna have a makeup artist, and he's used to having a makeup artist ever since he was young, so he was just like, oh my MG. And then when he showed me, so I was like, he suggested, can we hop on a Zoom to talk about it? And when I was like, okay, show me what you got, I was impressed. I was like, Del, you got some good ass stuff. And he was like, do you not remember us shopping in LA for this stuff? Like, you picked it a couple of years ago. And I was like, that would be why you have all that good. So I basically just showed him what order it goes in and how to use the sponge and how to apply properly, because it's obviously easier to put smaller amounts and build up than to have more and take it down. And he was just showing me how he was literally taking the concealer and putting it on his face, and I was like, let's talk about it. So I took that meeting, and then I go back home for one night. I go to UK for over a month after that. So I just like deep cleaned my fridge, packed up my home, all of the things. Should just come back to it, and I think I'm only gonna have time to like get back, sleep, laundry, repack, and then go, realistically. And then I'll probably just relax when I'm there. Oh yeah, and I took my dog to the vet. We had to get new food yesterday, and I got my nails done because they wanted nice, neutral, clean nails for this project. So yeah, unpacking took a while and cleaning took a while. So it wasn't necessarily packing clothes that took a while, because I just brought a lot of like, this is like a Skims long sleeve, and these are just like heather gray pants. Like I just brought a lot of like comfy neutrals and stuff, and some cashmere, because you need cashmere in the winter. Well, I need cashmere in the winter. And but the biggest thing that took me a while was my products. I could show you now. I don't have the energy to show you now. It's just sitting right there. I do need lanolin nipple cream for my lips, so I'm gonna eventually have to get out. It's just not right now. My water bottle over there, I put saffron in it. After I cleared the airport, then I put fresh water in, and then I put saffron in it. Can't wait to show you guys when I have full energy, but it's not right now. Accept me as I am. That's really what this channel is about. The chance to just see all aspects of prep. And right now, being an introvert, even if talking to myself is part of said prep, it's just getting acclimated in a new space is enough of a job. I honestly wanted to come here one day earlier just to do that part, but it's fine. I'm shooting right in the Château Laurier right here in this hotel tomorrow morning. So I have a fresh robe. I'm honestly gonna rock downstairs in my robe. If you think I'm kidding, I am not. And get my hair and makeup done. And then there's this gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, ballroom style staircase here. It's like the kind that like, and in my second scene I have this gorgeous like ball gown, and it's red, And in one of my scenes, I am swirling at the top of it, and it just, my dress falls, and I don't really know exactly what yet, but something of that sort. I clued in from my fitting today that it was a grand affair. It just felt funny when you see things in the script and then how it actually turns out being. So many steps and opinions and thoughts go into it, but way prettier than I expected, so that's exciting. When I first started traveling alone, I don't think I spent this much time just like grounding out and chilling consciously. I've been like in prep for the shoot, like totally sober, not even coffee, like just keeping my energy levels chill and grounded, letting my nervous system rest. Not that I'm like I'm a reformed party girl, you can say, but I haven't even having like Prosecco or wine. I don't really do hard liquor anymore. It's really rare, and my body just does not like it, so I do not do it. I used to be a very like extremist, like yes or no, so I'm not gonna say never, but like I don't I don't do it. Today at the TSA, I got stopped, my baggage got stopped, and I have this little mini mason jar of chia seeds and black sesame seeds, but I think it looks like opioids or something. I don't know, that's what I assumed, but they were so confused, and I was like, it's literally chia seeds and black sesame seeds. And then I have in my luggage dried figs, like these little packets, and then I bring saffron, and then I always get fresh juices, like if nothing else, then no juices can hold it down for me. But it's just funny, those are the things that I pack food wise. I had an avocado with me. My intention anyway with this channel is to use it as a space for me to observe things that I'm not even aware of by just getting the chance to capture memories and time that seems like it just flies by, if that makes sense. And hopefully in that, people who are in the same boat or similar boat, or who are even curious of the behind the scenes of being like an actress, I'm here to bring light to the sustainability of lifestyle. Because it's not an industry that prioritizes mental health or well-being. And so I'm not here to talk about specific projects. I'm not here to talk about how to get into the biz, how to get an agent. I mean, I work so much with that in my private academy, but I mean, the clients that I work with, like they're pretty much like working actors, and they're deep in their things. But obviously, the rare time, that is a common question that I get. I feel like I'm gonna save half of this for like first thing in the morning, because I didn't see juices on that menu, and if it's gonna take 45 minutes, ain't nobody waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning for that. So I showered before bed. I might take a little quick one before bed just to unwind. And then one at like 4 o'clock in the morning, literally. It'll be 4:15 realistically. I should also stop wearing my glasses so that these lines don't stay on my nose. I saw that on the flight and I was like, oh. I'm gonna take a break from this scene. And when I'm in my unpacking era, I'll bring you out with me. So I'm going to watch something on my computer, have some room service, and then I'm going to prepare for tomorrow.
I would never usually eat in the bed, but I didn't book this room and it was a little smaller than I needed. So while there was no dining table and I was exhausted, I was like, you know what? We're gonna have a dance party in bed and eat some damn fries.
You here. I put a mason jar full of my favorite face wash. I probably didn't need a full mason jar, but here we are. Toe Pals. If you know, you know. Facial Reflexology Gua Sha. It's Nephrite Jade. These are my Rudraksha beads. I have bigger ones, but these are my tiny Rudraksha beads. And these are my prayer beads that look like a person. Prayer beads are like, I'm sure you guys know, but thank you, universe, for this opportunity. Thank you so much for the space, for this hotel, for the abundance, for the ability to order room service, for all the beautiful things that I have to make me comfortable when away from home, for the self-confidence and trust in you that you'll protect me when I'm away from home, for all of the things that I need to take care of myself. Thank you for the extra cash that I found. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much. I feel so grateful and so abundant for successful fitting with really beautiful clothes that I like, and for really kind people, and for just a gorgeous clean hotel room and everything. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the drivers that pick me up all day long, in Ubers, to the production driver, to the airplane. Thank you for letting me fly and land safely. Thank you for smooth everything. Thank you for my brother getting to my dog. Thank you for him taking care of Maurice and for them having each other. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Whoa. Just funny how these just put me in a zone to pray. I bet you all need this tomorrow more than anything, but you meditate with this, like this. Just gonna unpack the clothes now. It'll take 2 minutes. I'll feel better for it. This comes with me everywhere I go. Every hotel room, every altar.
I have found that bringing the same things and unpacking them right away just adds that sense of my personal energy around. I used to go from set to set, different cities, different spaces, and though it might seem super glamorous in theory, it's really dysregulating, truthfully, inside when you don't know where things are, or you just want your simple, same things, and you always just have to get new things, or they're temporary. And I have just figured out that what brings me the most peace are my comfy clothes when I come home from set. For example, the Juicy Couture jumpsuit that you guys see, I have been wearing to set for like 10 years because you truthfully just wear it fresh out of the shower and then you get to set and change into wardrobe. And they are, I honestly, maybe it's got to be over 10 years old. And I know my friends don't make fun of me for them, but I just love them. They're like velvety and comfy. And I have just grown to really like certain fabrics on my skin and my certain products that I've spent so long figuring out that I need, and my crystals and my little things that I bring, like saffron and chia seeds and black sesame seeds and certain crystals that I like to keep in the bed just to hold space with me while I'm there. Pro tip, put all of your valuables right in the safe.
I can't have too much light coming in right now because I don't want to be overstimulated. Into a room, I like unpack everything and then I slowly find the homes. So that's my face wash, toothpaste, toothbrush, I usually bring my electronic toothbrush, but for some reason I just didn't. I didn't have the brain capacity.
Am I the only one who puts a really big emphasis on intentional lighting? I love candlelight. I love dim, moody lighting. I usually have an Illumi bulb when I'm home. I usually bring one with me. But in my last trip to London, I brought it and it was the different voltage and I popped it. So I need to get another travel one. But this is the time where I either listen to classical music or absolute silence to check in with my intuition and see what pops into my head, what products are asking for attention. Sometimes it's a face mask, sometimes it's a simple less is more, sometimes it's a face massage, sometimes it's extra attention to a certain area. So my skincare time is my favorite time. It's my self-love time, it's my reset. When I was younger, I used to put a crap ton of makeup on but never focused on taking it off, and now it is my favorite part.
I forgot to put on eye cream, but this is my favorite one. It is so cool what it looks like on. It's like a little bead of rainbow goodness.
You always want to be super gentle when touching the eye area. I say this, yet I am so notorious for being a contact wearer and like rubbing my eyes. So in the meantime, when I get to be gentle, I try. That's why I use my ring fingers for this process, and I just take a deep breath, and then after this I usually put on some nice hand cream. This is a nice shea butter thick salve, and then I usually lock it in with a little before doing those emails, and then your girl needs to get to bed. This is me just waking up, needing just 5 more minutes, but of course having time to roll that second camera.
4 more minutes. And then I'll have 45 minutes to shower, brush my teeth, do my skincare, then I'll go downstairs. Thank you, dear God, for another day on planet Earth. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for my warm, safe space to rest and recharge. Thank you for everything. Please allow for a fruitful and successful first day on set. And I know you'll be with me side by side in every moment, guiding over me and watching over me. My ancestors and guardian angels and entities walking with me on a higher power, aligning me to my highest path. Thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. Please take care of my family and friends and everybody on the planet, and my little Moa especially. Love you.
I do some ohms, which aligns my energy. Also, for speaking so early in the morning, it warms up my vocals, and it really just grounds me into my home, which is my body. Om, home. I think the frequency aligns me all the way up to the cosmos and grounded all the way down into earth.
Okay. Went to bed early enough. And I got up 20 minutes before 4. Alright, let's do this.
There's always that early morning adrenaline on the first day of a new project that just somehow makes you wake up, and a cold shower definitely helps too. So I played some classical music as always, put on my lucky Juicy Couture suit. I used to have these in like every color, all the neutrals, but the main one that has stuck with me is this black one. It's just so comfy. Of course, we got to open up those hips, crack those bones, warm up just a little bit. As always, this is so important to me, just to connect into my body, just do a little something for my mind, a little something for my body, and a little something for my soul. Hence the morning quick little prayer. You gotta wiggle it out. You gotta just get the energy flowing. Actors are just known for being a little weird, but I really think it's because we're channeling energy. And yep, that is me just being on time for my call sheet. Now we're going to mix a little morning potion. We're going to add some of my concoction of seeds, which I will have to double check throughout the day to make sure they are not in my teeth. Now we're going to chug and try to hydrate. Yep, seeds. Now back to the hair brushing. Right now it's not too bad because it is pre-product. I really put a huge focus on privacy and safety. So I'm sure we'll talk a lot about how to navigate traveling alone in a whole other video, because I have got a lot to say about that. And luckily for me today, my set was in the hotel. This hotel's so pretty. So lucky I don't have to travel far. What a luxury.
Hello, it's me.
They love to have fruit for breakfast. When I'm filming, ironically, I just like juices to start. Not as much coffee as I have when I'm off set. I don't know, I find it kind of dries out my skin. That is where they put my mic pack to hide it, because a bra pack or a stomach pack or anything would have shown. I was obsessed with the hotel decor, which looks so different when you have it all to yourself in the day, when it is not an open bar or restaurant to the public. So I felt really lucky that I just got to see the details. I'm a huge fan of crown molding. If you know, you know. But marble and crown molding and Baroque frames and just anything Art Deco, that is me. This was my staircase for that scene I was talking about, where I get to make a pretty entrance. I was practicing in the heels. This was some cool historic photos of the hotel back in the day. I love anything with history and chateaus and castles. That's my jam. This is some beautiful Ottawa scenery while we're going to a different set. So I grew up in Ottawa. This is my hometown. This is the first time that I was filming there. So I haven't been back in a couple of years, and whenever I do, I do stay at the chateau because I don't have my family home there anymore. It was just different going back now. I think I appreciate it more than I did when I was younger, and I think a lot of it is truthfully the historic buildings. I think I just melt for that stuff. But this is the Byward Market where we had some scenes, and it just felt kind of surreal to be acting in the places that I used to hang out with my friends. These are some of our radio stations and press companies that my brother and his music will frequent, actually.
I did that. 3:40 wake up. It is almost 8 o'clock p.m. Time to get this cake up off my face. And this face does not belong anywhere in public. So we're just gonna go and wash that shit off and get warm. I really want this jacket. It's like the best jacket for warmth, but I'm so frozen I can't even move from here. I'm just gonna stand here for a while. Okay, I'm good. Oh, that was a day. That was a day. I did it with no coffee. I did have a tea at the beginning of the day, like an English breakfast. And then I had a venti green tea that I didn't drink all of. Oh, look at this crazy hair. Like, honestly, this hair right now is it's a big hair. It is there's so much product in this. I will not dare go out in public like this, so I'm going to order something. So the makeup is crying to come off. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna you're gonna come with me on the unwinding, processing part of the night. And I'm gonna warn you, it's, can get loopy. I'm just gonna take it in and just, although today was great. It was the first day on set. Everyone was incredible. This team is fabulous. Everyone's on top of it, attentive, caring to every need. Everyone did the most they could, all things considering. But it was interesting, like, working in the hotel lobby this morning and then at certain points, like, people were just walking through the shots because they were just trying to leave the hotel. And you're like, cool, I've never acted where I'm speaking over people talking before. But then my co-star and I were talking about how it's different somehow when you're acting, because you're just like, you can hear the person breathing. And then if you're in like a mall or something and you're having like a real conversation, how you never need everyone else to shut up while you can speak. Not funny? Okay. Oh, so I usually like to sit in the dark right when I come home because I've just been under like the brightest lights. I'm gonna use my old phone to call Uber Eats. I have been on both phones, but let's just see. I didn't do that great with my water today. I didn't do horribly, but I didn't do excellently. I was on this phone. Dad. I need to do a cleanup. It's already feeling a bit hoardery in here. But if there is no cutlery in this, I'm gonna snap. I'm never gonna buy like a set of to-go utensils and keep it all the time. Because the amount of even plastic forks that I used on set today and stuff that just went in the garbage. No cutlery. Fairmont, you have the money. Put cutlery in the rooms. It's the last time I'm gonna say it. I don't know who I have to talk to. Cutlery. Well, looks like I'm going back down. Mission accomplished. Well, I just had some food. And I'm gonna play some classical music after I've just doom scrolled for way too long. And we're gonna go have that nice shower that I've been craving all day. Wash my face again, because even though I washed my face, I just still feel like there's makeup on it. I still don't feel like weird.
And now my favorite little twisty wind-up bun, which means shower time. It takes a few face washes to take the makeup off. And this is about the time I realized that maybe I didn't hydrate as much as I should have throughout the day. But it's kind of tricky to navigate, like, peeing on set when you're all mic'd up and all the things. But yeah, it's something I actively work to do. But here she is taking a big old chug. I never drink juice boxes, but I felt like I didn't have dessert and I just needed a little sugary treat. I bring peppermint to smell at all times. Like, I think it's really grounding to activate all the senses. But my favorite wind down is to just spend some time brushing my hair. There is a ton of knots and a ton of product that takes like literally at least 10-15 minutes to comb out. This was not the first time that I brushed my hair, but there was still new knots. So you just wish they would put a wig on sometimes so that my hair wouldn't be taking the hit. It's not always pretty or glam, but it is a requirement that you've got to brush out the product. And my Maison Pearson hairbrush, yeah, was an expensive investment, but I've had it for already a few years and I intend to have it forever. But really it takes the oils and the boar bristles really just like spread them out, and I just find it's just part of my, I have a couple of hairbrushes, but that's like the one I use the most, and I bring it with me, and it is truthfully a requirement because to get unready with me for set is, I think, arguably more important than getting ready, because they just send you home and then you're left with all this hair and makeup to disassemble. And I know in some productions they take it off for you, but truthfully, when you're done a big long day, you're like, oh, I'll just do it at home. But this should be like part of the process to get unready. So while I'm done work, I really do consider this reset work, because I have to go to work the next day with clean hair and with fresh face and re-grounded energy. When this part is done, this is usually when I'll start to stretch, really get back into my body. And most times I do it on the hotel bed because I'm not about to go into the hotel gym at this hour by myself, and I just don't even want to see people after a big day. So here I am crawling into bed and just spending some time reconnecting with my body. These are my shungite beads and my prayer beads that I usually take, just reset the energy. And this is where I do some prayer and some connecting with Source for a grateful day. And my heart is usually filled with such gratitude after a day of being able to do what I love. It's never lost on me that being an actress in TV and film is my reality, when it's literally the only thing I ever wanted to do. My grandmother was an actress, so the fact that I get to carry that on in my legacy is in honor of her, and I know that I have a super band of ancestors and God and guides in the universe that is with me, so I'm never alone even when I am alone, and I acknowledge that. My shungite beads, after being around technology all day, I just pass it through my aura field like this, and I just think of all the tech that surrounds me, from the cameras and the lights and all the wires and everything. I just take it away, and I do a little stretch, and I do a little hangout, and it's just kind of intuitive. I just feel out what my body needs, because whether you're pro or not, when you're on set, usually you hold your energy in. You're a little more restrictive, a little more refined, a little more uptight. So this is when I just get back in, connect with my body, use my crystals for recharging my energy centers. So if anyone works with chakras and the auric field, this is when I go through, and this is sped up, but I usually take a long time and just do some Reiki. I have my level 2 certification. Level 1 is Reiki on self. Level 2 is on others, but I have always been doing it intuitively. My father had a martial arts school growing up, so I just feel like, and I did competitive ballet always, so I feel like I was always in tune with just energy work, but getting certified really helped to put some logic and history behind a lot of my intuition, and it felt nice knowing that there was a bunch of other people who kind of could read and work with energy the way I have always been drawn to. And it's quite universal. It doesn't require a certain religion or any religion or anything, just the base understanding of universal white light coming in and kind of like Drano for your energy, just like resetting. And yeah, sorry, I am wearing shorts under there. They're just short, but this is my private space, and I often just forget the cameras are on and let it roll, but I felt like it was important to share, because before there was a time where I'd go into rooms and be like, oh my god, I'm in a new city, I have to go out because I'm here, but I wouldn't necessarily feel as charged the next day. So I really take this time to myself and just, I close my eyes for a lot. I really just go inward. And yeah, I might look weird, and yes, I'm always slathering oils on my face, but this is the real me. This is the real deal. And truthfully, if I had seen a video like this or something that I could have referenced when I was like 16 traveling the world by myself, I really think it would have helped me just to figure out, like, what do I do when I'm on my own, when a director isn't telling me what to do, where to stand, who to be with, what to say, what to wear. And so part of my journey as a mentor, but as an adult, is just really figuring out myself, and that has been a little tricky, because it has made me not want to just go into random shows and stuff just because I love being Melinda and I love the things that make me me. But when I do go into character, it is because I love the story, and there's because I have a connection and something that I can share and relate to, and a message that is worth putting my face and energy and lifetime into, because it lives on forever. And I know I have made a dent in show business, but I also recognize that the best has yet to come. So I hope to document that all with you. This being said, thanks. There's more to come for the rest of the days and beyond, like a trip to London, health scares, engagements, all the things. But thanks for joining me in this first YouTube video. If you Google back, there are videos from like 13, 15 years ago that I have made And truthfully, I'm locked out of those accounts and I don't know how to get them back. Otherwise, I just would have tapped in from that. But here we are, starting fresh, the Melinda Shankar that I have grown into, again, my favorite role, and I feel honored to share it with you in hopes that it just helps you, inspire you to live a more creative, intentional life. So I'm gonna go to bed here and just reset for another day and be grateful for planet Earth.
Special shout out to some of my favorite people and to those who have yet to be featured. Especially shout out to Maurice, my doggy.